Sorry, everyone. I just have to do a couple things with the host code, and I just need to pull it up.
Hi there.
Hi there.
I had a little trouble. Sorry about that.
Well, we all did. Sherry fixed it for us, so I just need to enter in the host key, and then we can start. I just need to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was pulling it up on my phone and I always assume it's me.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep. Yes.
So it's all kinds of weird stuff tonight. I'm not able to turn my camera on, and it's telling me that you cannot start your video because the host has stopped it. So I'm not sure what that's all about. But
That's weird because it was showing your video earlier.
Weird. I'm gonna try and do I think, well, this is really weird. It's not letting me.
Do we even have a quorum, Karen? I don't know
Oh.
who Jennifer is. Is
Oh,
she on
right.
the board?
I don't know if she's a new person because I know Suzanne did. No, Jennifer wants to make a public comment once we get started. So I just need to figure out why it's not the same host.
So, Maureen, you may be correct. We have.
Yeah, we don't have a quorum yet. Maybe somebody's having trouble getting in like we all did.
I think so. So we might just need to give it a minute.
Okay.
I need to figure out why it's not letting me claim host. Weird. Let me see. I need to text Sherry.
Do we need to try to reach out to other people who might be having the same difficulty?
So I know that Joanne can't make it, so I don't know about Christina, Liz.
Susan, I thought did I see Susan? Susan's
Susan
here,
and
right?
me, you and Susan are
I'm
here.
here. Can you hear me?
Yep, can
Yeah.
hear you. Hi.
All right.
I could
I'm
even see
on
you
my
too.
phone. My picture's on the computer, but I'm on my phone. I don't have any sound for some reason on my
help
computer.
us.
So
Oh, something's up with the Zoom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sheesh.
so sorry about that.
Like we can see you. I can see you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's Christina just emailed something.
Oh, she did. Okay.
Well, I don't know what it says. Let's see. It came through on my phone. Let's see. It says,
Can't get in.
"You're all welcome to use my link." Okay. All right. I guess whatever.
I'm waiting to hear back from Sherry just so I can claim host so that we can do the transcriptions and everything, but it's not. I could turn on that.
Sherry's coming on.
Somebody else has host. This is what I'm trying. Oh, Sherry's on here, so she has host. Okay. All right, so I think I'm texting to see if we're okay to start the meeting. And then
We don't have a quorum, Karen.
Well, no, Suzanne Powers has resigned. So
And Christina is offering a link, so she must be like trying to reach us, right? No.
Oh, you
Yeah,
see
let me
that?
let
Where do
her
you
know
see
to-
that?
There's an email.
Oh, there's an email. I don't see
Jennifer,
that.
hello, Jennifer. We're not usually this disorganized, but we have
I
a
know.
computer problem today, so sorry.
Should
I'll let Christina know to try logging in again. I had to log out and I had to exit out and then go back in. So I'll let her
I
know to
did
do that.
too. I went out and came back. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I had to do that too, but then I didn't have any sound, so it's just weird.
Okay.
I think
So
I'm
I just
being
let
cut.
Christina know.
Did you get to Christina?
I just emailed her, so let me see if she responds and gets that. And then we should be, I think, okay for a quorum.
Right,
Yeah,
I
we'll
think
be
we
all right.
decided last month we needed 4.
Right.
Or- Well, when we're a 6-member, well, anyway, she's coming. It sounds like she's right there somewhere. So,
I think she
That's
was
good.
offering up her work link to us, but we really
Yeah.
couldn't meet, we couldn't meet using that because that's not how it was posted.
I know. I don't think
I-
that would work, right?
I do have a Zoom account too, but that's not in the public, right? The town wouldn't
Yeah, I
like
don't
that.
think.
Yeah, we
that
can't,
would be-
do it.
Yeah,
so.
okay. Well, hello, everyone. Hello.
Hi. Welcome to our world. My light just went on.
Oh, here she is.
Oh, look at that puppy dog. Isn't that cute?
Where? Jesus
Well,
Christ.
Christina's little
Oh
picture
my
there.
God, he's beautiful.
Is that a water dog? Is that what that is? What is that?
Yes, it's a water dog. Thank
Oh
you.
my God. We had a dog that looked just like that. He wasn't a water dog, but everyone always thought he was. Oh, what's his name?
His name is Rigo, which is a derivative of the word joy in Portuguese.
Nice.
He's a
Oh, because he's
ball
a
of joy.
Portuguese. He's a Portuguese water dog, of course. All right,
Does
so
he do any, do you compete with him? Oh, Karen wants to say something.
Oh, I just want to point out that we do have a member of the public, Jennifer Fanning, who is here, who would like to speak at the beginning of the meeting.
oh, okay.
Okay.
She doesn't want, you don't
All right,
want to
we're
talk about the dog, Jennifer?
We don't, all right, well, I'm gonna call the meeting to order. As a delayed time of 6:44 because of technical difficulties. Thank you, Sherry, for fixing us. And welcome to everyone. And the first order of business will be to read, and not read, but look at the minutes and approve the minutes. So everyone, thank you, Flo, for getting them out last week.
You're welcome.
That was nice. That was nice. Any changes or comments on the minutes themselves?
I didn't see anything. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the October 12th, 2022 meeting, 2022.
Second, anybody? I'll second. All in
Okay.
favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. All right, next is I was gonna say treasurer's report.
Susan, do
I'm
you want to
sorry.
let Jennifer speak? Because I don't know where that would be on the agenda.
Oh, okay.
think
I
we-
don't know what the
Yeah, I think we should add to our agenda going forward. The first order of business would be to allow for public participation. So we could add that into the agenda now, if it's okay with everyone.
Okay, well, thank you for coming, Jennifer. Can you, well, we have a guest, or not a guest, but a member of the public. Do you want to say hello and tell us a little bit about?
Yeah, and apologies, I'm kind of in my car because I have a meeting at 7:15 in Cambridge, so this was really the only way I could attend. But yeah, I wanted to attend today to kind of ask a question of the council, and also make a statement, if that's okay, that I have sort of written up as a 1-page letter, which I can send to the council. But I think that would probably take maybe 5 minutes or so if I read that. I was kind of rushed today. I didn't have time to send it to you beforehand, but my question has to do with and I'm part of a nonprofit organization that is sort of working to prevent the Wakefield's forest that's on NEMT's, the Northeast Metro Tech vocational school property, from being cut down for the building of the new school, and we're asking that the new school be built in one of the other two options that was considered, which was in kind of existing open space. And among the reasons, we're asking for that is because, well, one, the plan is very environmentally destructive, but two, the resulting school will be very difficult to access really for anybody who uses it. And that will be a particular challenge for people with disabilities, but it will also be a challenge for people across the lifespan who use the school for adult education, continuing professional education, lifelong learning. So my question for the council was, is the school design something that the council has spent any time kind of discussing or been asked to discuss or weigh in on at any time?
Thank you for coming and raising that. To my knowledge, I would say no. I'm not aware, but I'm, a volunteer on the board, so I don't know. Karen, is that anything you've heard in your role as director?
No, and I started in May, but that was not something that had passed on either from Judy. So it'd be something I would have to look into to see if that had been done back when the planning was, I think was it last year or so when the planning was happening.
Right. Does anyone else have anything relative to the Council on Aging role that you've heard in connection with being asked about the Voc School and the accessibility issues, as well as the location issues, but accessibility issues, that would be our intersection, I think.
I think we should refrain from discussing it until we should discuss whether or not we want to add it to the agenda for next month.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
So we
thank
would
you,
take,
Christine.
I think we would take your letter or comment and then perhaps discuss it and then, or discuss it next month. I don't know, is that where you're going, Maureen?
Yeah, it should be
Terms-
on the agenda for us to discuss it. Typically,
Yeah.
public comments are public comments. It's not usually a back and forth, because
Okay.
it's not on the agenda. Doesn't mean we don't want to discuss it or add it to the
Mhm.
agenda. It just means that it's not on the agenda.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so,
Yeah,
So-
we did discuss that protocol very recently, so thank you.
yeah, we did, right?
Yeah.
We did, yeah.
Yeah,
We did.
And-
okay.
Yeah,
So,
so would,
yeah, go ahead.
well, if you would send us the letter and indicate kind of, our next meeting our meeting date is always the same. It's the second Wednesday of the month at 6:30. So that'll be our next meeting, and we can, deal with that. We can send us a letter, please. And I don't know if the letter includes a timeline or for what is, send us the letter. And put that date in your calendar, or whoever's on the committee that might want to attend the meeting, so that you've got that in reserve.
Okay, sure. I'll do that. And kind of fellow volunteers that I've been working with have been kind of doing presentations for like the disability commissions and within the districts,
Mhm.
towns and cities. So,
And
but-
I just, I'm just for the purposes of our minutes, I know we usually give address for the members, for a town meeting, you give your address when you speak. So could you just give me your address for the minutes, if you wouldn't mind?
yeah, I'm at 4 Pheasantwood Drive in Wakefield.
Mhm. Thank you. Excellent.
And Jennifer, is the letter from the group that you belong to? So we'll know, what the name of that what is it? You said it was a nonprofit group?
Yeah, it's Friends of Wakefield's NEMT Forest, Inc.
Okay, yep, all right. Thank you.
And you're welcome.
Okay, appreciate
Okay.
that.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you for being a part of that.
I may jump off in a few minutes for my appointment, but thanks for the opportunity to.
We're going to move on to our monthly report for the month of October, which is a report that provides information on the usage of the senior, or the McCarthy Center for the prior month. So that's what we're going to look at now, and it's a voting item for us. So we have that in front of us or on your computer.
Everyone get the
anything-
copy and was able to open it.
Yeah, everyone had a chance to look at it or not?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So usage looked good for October, even with the holiday.
Mhm.
Our numbers are up. And
Yeah,
we're
they're
going to
up.
start tracking phone calls because we field typically 30 plus phone calls a day. So we're going to start tracking how many phone calls we're taking every day. And we'll add that. So you should start to see that number in our November report.
Excellent. Oh, yeah, I see. Starting in November, 30 calls a day. Do I see, or am I looking right at it and I don't see it? What about Shine? Is Shine on here yet?
Oh, Shine is not on here and I can add it on there. Let me see.
Okay.
Let me see on this report if I have Shine. Shine's been busy with open enrollment.
I know.
We are actually out of Shine appointments, so we've been referring people to Mystic Valley because all of our Shine appointments are completely booked for open enrollment.
Oh, wow.
So we're
That's also
seeing, so
true.
that means 5 a week. One Shine counselor sees 3 a week and the other Shine counselor sees 2 a week, and they're fully booked.
We have, I do Shine for Elder Services Merrimack Valley, age span. And all of the in-person appointments are fully booked, every center across the whole. So we're doing phone appointments with people as best we can. So yeah, so that's, and do people, when people call, so they're being referred to Mystic Valley and then you don't know what happens to them. How many people, can you remember out of this number here, how many people, when the woman from Blue Cross was there sometime in this month that we're looking at to do a Medicare presentation? Do you remember, Karen, roughly how many people attended that?
I believe 8 people attended that.
How many?
I think 8.
8?
We had
Okay,
one that came in
small,
at the end of the 6 or 8. It was a small group. We're going to have her
Yeah,
come back after open enrollment to do another talk that we're going to aim for the evening. And that one will be
Yeah.
for people approaching 65 to know what their benefits are and what they need to do.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, great. All right, and nothing unusual on the money? Doesn't look like.
No, we are on track. The formula grants from the state, they're using good news is they're using the new census data from 2020. So that is good for us because we have, let me get my exact number, 7,300 and something, 60 plus in Wakefield. So the formula grant translates to $12 per person over 60 for us to do programming in the senior centers. So that's good for us. That's a higher number than we had previously. And the formula
How many
grant is
people?
also, I'm getting the exact number for you now, 7,000 something.
Does that include that includes, well, it's all households of any kind, including like assisted living or dementia care or? Okay.
Based on the census, so anybody who fills out the census.
Yeah, okay.
So we were 7,265 60 plus residents in the town of Wakefield. So that's what
You know how
establishes
that
our
compares?
funding.
Do you know how that compared to like the 2010 census by any chance? Just curious.
I would have to pull up Judy's old data to see what the 2010 was. I know they're
Okay.
anticipating it to go up, but I believe it is a higher number. So the formula grant, that's locked in contractually for the 10 years that they use that number, the same that we just finished using the 2010 number. So
Okay.
that just came out in the past 2 weeks, the numbers for everybody.
Yeah, well, and what's the population of Wakefield? Did you know on the whole like of 7,265 60 plus? Well, what percentage of the? I'm sorry, Karen. I don't mean to pepper you with questions, but it just.
No, you're good. I think it's about 26,000. I'm going to Google it.
Yeah.
now.
So I
think
bet
you're
it's, yep, that's the number I have in my
Wow.
head.
Okay.
So a third to quarter, almost a quarter. Yeah. 73.
Yeah, just about almost a quarter. Yeah, no, a little over a
So-
quarter, right?
And where
Yeah.
does
No.
where do these monies come from, Karen? I'm
From the
sorry.
state. It's the state formula grant. And that's what all the council on, all the senior centers across the state, that's what they, each community gets that.
Okay,
Okay.
good. Okay, we need to vote on this report, so
Can I ask
anything
you a
else? Or-
question? Can I ask you a
Yeah.
question? I noticed that transportation is up. Is that a direct correlation to just more people coming or?
Yeah, I think so. It's a combination. We have more people coming to the Council on Aging. We're giving more medical rides. It's actually quite tight. Many days that one of us ends up going out and picking somebody up, so there's less of a wait time. So when I look at the budget with the new numbers, I'm going to look and see if we want to potentially add a third driver. So we have a substitute driver. We have another driver we can bring on busy days because they're part-time, so 19 hours each, and we only have the 2. So I do want to look at the numbers and see how we could budget that in and present it to the board to see if we want to think about bringing on a third driver or a substitute driver for as needed on busy days.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's a
It
good
would be
problem.
helpful to
Bingo.
consider,
Good problem.
It is a good problem, yeah.
in considering that, Karen, be helpful to also have some data on how many people you have to turn away, if any, as well as you mentioned, do you mean you get in your car or Marianne gets in her car? Is that what you're saying?
Not
To
our
give a
personal
ride?
cars, not our personal cars.
Okay.
We have the Ford Flex, so we have the 2 vehicles.
Okay,
We wouldn't
so
we
when
wouldn't
there's
have 2
no-
buses, so. Yeah, so it would be limited if we had to bring a second driver on, and we typically work pretty well with people that we can try and put them in for moving around, shopping and trips. And we have most of our people know for medical appointments, they really need to call as soon as they book the appointment so that they can get the ride. And most people do that. So we fortunately don't have to turn that many people down. We're able to work with them to make it work.
Okay, thank you.
Motion to accept the monthly financial report for October.
Thank you, Maureen. Christina, is that your seconding? And I see you nodding your
Yes.
head. Is that a second?
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
thank you.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, thank you. Okay. Director's report, please.
So I had some great seminars at the conference I went to. Not as much age-friendly stuff as I thought I was going to be able to have, so I don't have any earth-shattering, yay, great information I got on age-friendly. I did go to a nice lecture that talked about the difference of age-friendly and the requirements for being age-friendly versus dementia-friendly. Because there's some talk, I've been working with Stoneham pretty closely and Melrose as well. And since our health departments are joined, or at least Melrose and Wakefield, we've talked about looking into trying to do dementia friendly at some point together, since it would be something that would be a collaboration with the health department. So that's just for us for future planning. I'm not for discussion right now, but maybe for future planning, for looking at dementia friendly and age friendly. It's just a matter of looking at our plan and seeing where we want to go next from there, which we've talked about wanting to do some strategic planning about what our next step would be for our age-friendly plan that you guys put into place 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, things are busy here.
Uh-oh, you're frozen. Can you hear us?
Karen.
Karen,
Oh,
can you
sorry.
hear
Whoops.
us?
Oh, sorry. Now I can. My whole screen just went blank. I'm like, what happened? Where did everybody go?
Rose.
Sorry. Really crazy computer stuff right now. And then otherwise for the center, if everybody wants to save the date, we're bringing back the holiday party, and that will be on December 7th. We will have a moment of silence for Pearl Harbor before the party begins. And then we have hired a DJ and House Calls Catering to come in for the event. So we are starting to advertise for that now. So we would love to invite you all to join us for the holiday party, the first one since COVID. So the first one since 2019.
What time is that on December 7th?
That was 11:30 to 2. It's very strange. I can't see any of you anymore. So let me know if anybody's trying to flag me down or anything, because I can't see any of you.
Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Yeah, we see and hear you right now, so that's good.
Oh. Well, that's good. I can't see myself, so hopefully I'm not doing anything weird looking.
No,
So-
you look fine.
We'll let you know.
Okay.
Technology, it's not always the best.
And we have added, you will see if you come to the holiday party, we added a POMS class, which has about 20 people. And the POMS class is
Okay.
going to perform at our holiday party.
Cool.
And Susan can speak to the writing seminar. That was really very popular. So we're going to do another one in, I believe, January or February. The writers group is going to come back and do another seminar with us. And a last minute addition for our schedule this month is on November 16th. And the writers group, the same one, Susan, that you worked with, are doing a seniors to seniors. So the seniors from Wakefield High School will be coming in to interview seniors from the community or older adults from the community and then write about them. So that was a last minute addition. It was not in the newsletter because they added it after the newsletter. So that will be November 16th from 11 to 2.
And that includes lunch, so for people, you know, if you know, I can't come myself, I have a commitment all day for Shine that day, but if anybody knows anybody or is willing to do it, it includes lunch and it's an opportunity to sit with a high school senior. The writing group is continuing right now. It's not a formal, it's a sort, not free write. I mean, it's a facilitated writing from, 1 to 2:15. So anybody can come, they don't have to have been through the workshop or anything prior to. But yeah.
Yeah, I think we put it in as writer space in the newsletter, maybe. We did put it in there, so people are still coming. So that was popular. We're going to look to do more kind of programming like that over the winter. Maureen's looking into some different ideas to add.
Cool, that's good. I'm glad the POMS group, I mean, that's kind of fun. That I saw there was space open in that still. Everything else seems to be pretty full, but that was open. So that's nice to know 20 people. That's great. Has anyone seen the movie, POMS?
No.
Might want to watch it. It's kind of, it's a fun movie. It's not a serious, it's not a tearjerker. It's a fun movie about a residential community where the women decide to become cheerleaders in their senior. And
The
so
POMS, P-O, I didn't know what you were saying. I'm like, this is not.
Yeah.
like
The
pom-poms,
class looks, Mary Ann and I wanted to go and join them.
It's a fun movie. It's not no Academy Award, but I think who's in it? Jane Fonda? No, is it Jane Fonda? I don't know. Not Jane Fonda. But there's some people you would recognize in it. As some actresses. It's a fun movie. And so that you have to have pom poms to go to this class on Friday mornings at the senior center.
You
Been
do,
a
and they
while.
looked great.
That's awesome.
Our
Sounds like
instructor was
fun.
a Patriots cheerleader.
Oh, yeah.
So this was your first conference, right? Obviously, your first last week or 2 weeks ago.
It was, and I
Yeah.
thought it was very, it was good. It was a lot of information. There was a lot of chances to network and talk to other directors and to share ideas. So I thought it was a very useful conference to go to.
So I'm glad you got to go. Okay, so and Maureen is there now, right?
Yay, she's here. So she started 2 weeks ago now, and she is working on the newsletter for me. She's actually on vacation for a couple of days, but she's working on the newsletter. So it's good. It's all good news. We're very happy around here.
Good.
Thank you. I forgot. Do we vote on your report? Well, let's.
Did we
do
last month?
float-
Yes,
I
we
don't
do.
know. I don't think
Yeah, we
we
did.
do. I'm so glad.
And I
you're-
move to accept the executive director's report, or the director,
good.
sorry. Try to
And
keep it
Flo
the
is sec-
same flow for the minutes.
And Flo is seconding it. All in favor? Aye, Christina. You're good.
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
All right, thank you all. And I believe our last thing is age-friendly discussion, which is kind of loose. We just heard a little bit. I think the main thing that we had talked about was you talking about what you might have picked up, Karen, at the conference. And you kind of shared that already. So
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing with age friendly is to get what they shared as the main difference is, for example, the dementia friendly, you have to have things already in place before you earn the designation, versus age friendly, you have to have a plan in place for things that you want to do, but you don't have to have them already in place to get the designation. So it's about having a working document of what we want to do in town to stay age friendly. So it's just a continuous working document of what our plans are. So I think we should put on our agenda, pick a meeting, January or February, that we're going to really go over what our plan was, where we are, and then see if we want to set up a meeting with some of the key players that you guys had for the initial. But I think this group could absolutely start looking at mapping out what we want to do in 2023 as part of our plan.
We had talked about doing more in that with December, and Christina was gonna, I'd have to refer to the minutes, but it was gonna be some kind of a brain dump at some point, and, it may get pushed into January, but I think next month, and the woman that was here, Jennifer, was that her name? If what she's saying is true about the accessibility issues, I heard a lot of things. People don't want the school built where it's being built. But I haven't heard anything until this a little while ago about accessibility issues. So if that's the case, I think that's something that we should be looking at seriously. I don't know what that is. I mean, you can't build a public building without accessibility these days. So
right. So that it's been, in the town purview. I mean, it's been written up a few times, at least in the item, and I'm sure elsewhere they're going to locate the school on what is now, I guess, a cliff or a ledge, and they'll have to blast, and the school will be in that location, and it will necessitate a driveway, or the parking lot, and the access to the building itself will be up a hill. So that is some of what the issue that's been raised. But, on the other hand, like, there's an American with disability. I can't imagine it's being built without, the ADA compliance issues being met. So I'm puzzled as to, sort of why at this stage this is coming up, but it has come up, and also they will have to remove part of the forest, which is a bit of an issue. So that's
what I've heard is a bigger issue in terms of people, kind of just becoming aware. I mean, this is, like you said before, they've been planning this for quite a while.
Yeah, right. So I don't quite understand why, this stuff hasn't come up before. Anyway, so that's
okay. Well,
and if we add it to the agenda for next month, we can, I'll look into it a little bit and see if there is something to consider as far as accessibility.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So for the age friendly, I had offered to kind of connect with Karen so we could put something together. So Karen, are you still open to that? We could certainly, I'll email you offline. We could set something up.
Yeah, that'd be great. I would love that. Thank you.
Perfect.
And and I think that's a good idea still, to try to, dedicate a meeting in January, because that's what's in the minutes for last month, to talk about it in more depth. And I don't even have my age-friendly plan. I had it all printed out and I left it in the office, so I don't even have it with me.
I think for December, we had agreed last month that we were all going to read it before December. Right. And then, yeah, you're right, Maureen. Then in January was more in-depth conversation with some maybe facilitation from Christina. I think Christina sort of help us with that. So, and there are things that I didn't read the whole thing, truthfully, but I went to New Hampshire today instead of reading it, and that was much more fun. So, but I
still have time. It's not December yet.
but some of the things in there seem pretty easy to do. If all we have to do is say we're going to do them, you know, and
Yep.
some of them we're already doing. So, but we don't know it, so that'll be good to review.
And
I'm holding my phone.
yeah, Karen, I don't know what dementia friendly means exactly. So I don't know if there's any literature or anything you can share with us about that, but that scares me a little.
Yeah, I'll try and pull some tough stuff together to share with the group.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what do they mean?
Yeah.
Because we certainly could do stuff like that at the housing authority too.
Well, like
Some
with
of
the
it talks about,
friendly, is that more like flow related to signage? You know, how like you can still read, and colors that they can see because they lose their peripheral vision. Like, you think that's what it is?
Yeah. Yeah, I do think that's what it is. And it's, you know, stairs to be delineated with, you know,
Oh, yeah.
bright colors, you know, different rooms with different colors. I mean, it's more complex, certainly, I think, than age friendly. I can look for some info on the Alzheimer's Association website. I'm sure there's stuff there, but I think that's like a few notches above age friendly. So I feel like that's more, well, whatever, whatever I
It would
think.
require funding probably to do this kind of stuff, but that's
I
not to
would-
say that we couldn't do it, you know? but-
Right. And so these folks were talking about this in relation to their town as a whole or various buildings. Karen, do you remember the context that this came up in?
for dementia friendly.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a whole, like, it's bigger than that. And it's not anything I think we could do right away, but I think it's something we should
Right.
put on our radar to make as a goal to do.
Mhm,
I
mhm,
just
mhm.
joined the dementia friendly group within Mass Council on Aging to start attending their meetings in December so that we can just stay on top of what it means, what people are doing. They shared the story about like the purple table where, you know, you have restaurants, for example, that have a sensory table for people with dementia or kids with autism, that it's a lower, quieter environment, that the wait staff is trained, that you may have somebody with dementia when they come up to this to make it a warm and welcoming place. So there's a lot of different pieces that could be implemented. There's not one cookie cutter way to become dementia friendly. So I just thought it would be something to start exploring. So I'm going to start gathering information to keep bringing back to the board of just, you know, what other people are doing and what we may want to consider in the future. But it wasn't anything that somebody said you have to do this. A lot of it seems to be you do it in partnership with your health department.
Yeah, it seems like I was going to ask you if you got the sense that this was being sort of left on the shoulders of the councils on aging, or was it, this is real, more of a health, you know, to me, it's more of a health, you know, do we have cancer front? I mean, where do we, you know, what is our role? And also the idea of, you know, I think, well, you know, I spoke about this before, but the idea that aging and infirmity and dementia get all lumped together, which is something that, at least personally, I feel we need to, you know, work against that sort of stereotyping. So, but I'm absolutely in favor of dementia friendly. I don't mean that, but it, you know, it seems like, well, is it the Council on Aging or is it, you know, other townwide? Anyway.
No, I think it's a partnership. I think that we just, as part of the Mass Council on Aging, they dedicate time to talk about this and to have groups and to educate us and to learn. So I didn't view it as a negative. I think it's just viewed as more information and a partnership. That's all.
Yeah, I don't see it as a negative, but I just see it as, you know, do we want to, aging equals, dementia equals aging, which isn't necessarily true. So dementia friendly though, more people with aging issues have dementia. So anyway, that's what I'm, you know, and like Maureen was saying, the housing authority, I mean, all kinds of places, you know, even walking into a store, or even walking, you know, hairdressers have been educated over the past 10 years to recognize domestic violence. And, you know, there's all kinds of, I mean, people with dementia go to get their hair cut or done, you know, and you can't, or autism. And barbers and hairdressers also are dealing with that. So there's some training for those folks. So anyway, so yeah, whatever you want to throw at us, good, interesting. Okay, well then, I think anything else that, if it's not on the agenda, don't bring it up unless you, unless you need to. Of course, bring it up if it's on your mind, but anything that anybody needs to talk about or wants to talk about?
Did that woman officially resign, and is the town council gonna appoint someone?
She
Yes,
did
okay.
officially resign, which,
Okay.
you know, she did officially resign. She sent a letter to Sherry
Oh, good.
Dalton. So I don't know what happens next, but at least the officials have been notified. Yeah.
Liz just popped on.
Oh my goodness. You're on mute, Liz.
Am I off mute?
You're off mute now, yeah. We were
Okay.
just about to adjourn, but hello.
Whoa. I'm sorry.
Did you get the two? You got the minutes and you got the report,
Yes.
the monthly report, Karen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, and you'll get the minutes of this meeting. Is there something on your mind before we adjourn?
No, just that I got here.
Are you okay?
I am okay. Yes, no, I was just sitting in the family room watching election news.
Oh, well, anything, okay, that can be a good distraction or a bad distraction, depending, right?
Depending.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'll even second the motion.
Well, we don't have the first one yet, so, somebody, I think.
I'll make a
Maureen
motion to adjourn. Flo, we're gonna keep it simple for you.
I'll second the motion.
All right.
And, everybody in favor, I'm assuming, but officially everybody's in
Yes.
favor.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
So,
Thank you. Happy
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, everyone.
Thank
see you
you.
next
All right.
month.
Yep. Karen, I have a quick question. Did they call you about the donation from the Italian club?
They did. Yeah, I talked to
Okay.
somebody last week, I think, or yes, last week.
Yes. Okay.
It hadn't been approved by the Italian. They talked to me initially, but then there was a meeting the next day, I think.
Yes.
So I haven't heard back since the meeting.
Okay. They wanted to know if there was anything specific.
I had made a couple suggestions, like if they wanted to donate for coffee for them for, a certain amount of time, or something like that, or movie snacks, if they wanted something specific.
Okay. Thank you for keeping that connection.
Oh, yes, no, it was wonderful. We were very happy to hear from them.
Good.
Thank you for helping connect us.
Okay. Good night. Good evening.
Okay, have a nice evening.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
So sorry.
Oh gosh, no worries. We were all having computer troubles tonight. Nothing was working as expected.
Oh.
So you missed all the excitement in the beginning.
Okay. Good night.
Okay. Good night.
Bye-bye.